Hi guys, this is Derek from Pacific Coast Auto Japan, and we're taking a look at the auction purchase here of the BNR 32 Skyline GTR. We've been buying lots of these, and so this one, compared to the other ones, seems to be pretty nice. It has some things that need to be attended to, but it looks like this is kind of the diamond in the rough condition. It has some things that would lower the price enough that you can get it for a good deal, and yet you can turn this into a very nice vehicle with a little bit of time. When it comes to enthusiast cars like this, people like working on their own cars, and so this could be the ideal car for somebody. Okay, so this one has just under 100,000 kilometers on it. Now, the vehicle feels very fresh when you drive it. I haven't driven it very much, I just kind of pulled it in and out of the parking lot, but the feel of the response of the engine is better than most of them are. The brakes feel really nice, the clutch feels great, and the way that the shifting works in combination with the steering and everything, it's just feels fresher than your standard GTR. And that's a good thing, because these are old cars now, so you want one that feels fresh. Okay, RB26 engine. Nice and responsive, ITBs on there. A lot of people don't realize it is a stock ITB setup. Front mount intercooler down in there, and the standard air dam, non-Nismo version. The Nismo one has the extra air ducts here. Okay, as far as aftermarket parts go, we have an aftermarket strut tower bar with an aftermarket brake brace. Take a look at how that touches the brake master cylinder, and that's so that when you tromp on the brakes really hard, you're not going to bend your firewall. It gives you more reliable braking, especially when you're hitting the brakes extremely hard. Very cool that that's integrated into the strut tower bar. I've never seen one that's like that. Usually this is a separate part itself that you would install in there. Okay, not much else to say here. The coolant and the oil are both in fairly good condition. Visually at least. The lower the hood, that's made out of aluminum, because aluminum hoods are cooler than steel hoods, and pretty popular on Japanese cars actually. Forester, Legacy, and Prezas all do them. The Skyline does. I can't think of any other ones. Maybe Evos. Alright, so let's go over the auction sheet. I do want to talk about the wheels in particular, but just a second. I'm going to go over the auction sheet first. So 1990 Skyline GTR, auction grade 3.5, interior B, exterior B, 99,876 kilometers, 5-speed manual, BBS 17-inch wheels, aftermarket exhaust, Nardi steering wheel. You know what's funny actually? The RB26 comes in this car, and the Stagia. You can actually get a non-turbo version of the RB26 in the Autech version of the R32 4-door. Very strange little bit of trivia there, and very rare car indeed. We've never bought one, sadly. Okay, auction report here. You probably already saw the paint peeling. Yee, that's one of the worst parts about the car, but you paint the hood, you paint the roof, and you fix up a couple of other things, and you've got a pretty nice car. So front grille paint peeling, rear spoiler paint peeling. Kind of a common thing on the R32s from what I've seen. Aftermarket front seats are saggy. Saggy? Come on, there's a rip in one of the seats. Okay, steering wheel peeling, door mirrors paint peeling. I guess so, didn't notice it. Aftermarket suspension, it isn't adjustable suspension. I actually like non-adjustable suspension because it gives you, like the manufacturers of the springs or the suspension will get you a good ride height that is actually high performing, because if you set it yourself, sometimes it makes your car handle worse. What's this? Oh, I can't read that, I'm sorry. Exterior something something. Okay, if you were the person who bought this car, check your translation that you got from us, because we don't just give up on translating things because I can't read them. Our staff would have read that for you. Okay, front aftermarket seat saggy, I already said that. Interior has a strengthening bar, underside surface rust, steering wheel peeling, shift knob and shift knob grip needs to be replaced, and the dashboard is deformed. Wheels scratched, various scratches, various dents, paint peeling on the hood and the roof, and the front bumper, and paint fade on the rear bumper, and then repainted on this side, and small scratches and dents. Okay, usually that's not as difficult to read as it was there. I don't know what was going on with that. And so it's dark today. I'm going to try to move a little bit slowly so it's not as blurry. This is our last one of the day. Okay, so the body looks to be quite good. You have almost no scratches or dents anywhere. Nice bright shiny paint everywhere except for the roof and the hood. Now you don't have a cut or like a clear line between the roof and the rear fenders, and so when you do paint the roof, you'll get a blend line there. A high quality painter can make it look not that apparent, otherwise you're going to be painting the back fenders as well. Okay, now I wonder if anyone knows why I wanted to mention the wheels. I'll give you guys a few more seconds to think about it. Okay, the front bumper, lip, it comes in this color. It isn't the actual same color as the car, it's this gray color. And it has a few scratches on it here and there. There's this white substance on that you can rub off. It just looks worse than it is. The car is really dirty. I'm sorry. All the cars today, they all got a bunch of stuff from these trees. It was really windy and the trees came down on the cars pretty hard. Okay, there's your fade. There's some more fade, quite a bit on the roof as you can see. And then the back spoiler, the paint kind of like bubbles and cracks and comes off. It usually happens on the stands in here. So you can see it's happened in there. It also happened here and in the back of the spoiler and on the other side. And so time for a picnic table to be put on the back of this car. Okay, apparently the rear bumper's faded. To me it doesn't look that bad, but one of the tail lights has peeling in it. You can see there. Exhaust sounds awesome. And the wheels. Okay, so let's talk about the wheels. First off, take a look at how good it looks. It's not hella flush. I don't like hella flush wheels because I don't like scraping and knocking and crunching and broken car sounds that come with it. I mean, I think it looks cool for someone else's car, but I don't want it for myself. This one, I quite like the way that it's set up. It's set up with aggressive fitment. Pretty low. What's special about it? Well, if you look closely at the wheels and you know the Skyline pretty well, you'll know that the R32 B&R 32s came with two different styles of wheels, the standard 5-spoke ones, and then the ones that look like this that came only on the V-Spec model. V-Spec was exclusive to about, I think, 1,300 or 1,500 cars or something like that, and they came with wheels that are 17-inch instead of the standard 16-inch like these ones. And they were made by BBS, and so they are basically the same wheels, but these aren't them. These ones, and I think this goes to show how cool the previous owner was, because he wanted the look of the V-Spec, but the V-Spec wheels don't really fit the car as well as wheels today would, or these ones. And so what these are is the same 17-inch, and instead of the V-Specs plus 30, these are plus 20. And so for one, the offset is 1 centimeter further out. Not only that, but the V-Specs are an 8-inch wide wheel, where these ones are a 9-inch wide wheel, and so you have an extra 1.5 inches as well. And so these ones are pushed a lot further out, and because of that they run some more stretchy tires. Wait a second. Tires that have been stretched more in order to fit in, and so it gives it a really good look. And so I really think that the previous owner, at least I like to think that he wanted to have the look of a V-Spec and just wanted it to be that much cooler. And then the look of the wheel has a quite a bit bigger lip than the V-Spec ones too, and so it is apparent to people who know what the V-Spec wheels look like. Okay, enough nerding on about that. Let's go have a look at the interior and that strut brace that they were talking about. Oh, something to mention, a couple of things to mention. There's been tape put on here, and then the tape is peeling off. The gasket there's cracked slightly. It's not too bad. The tape is what looks the worst. And then the same thing has happened to the back piece. You can see it's come off there. And the tint of the back window is bubbling a bit. Okay. Also, it has the typical, this one. I want someone to tell me definitively, like with a link, how to fix this. I've heard you can take it off and you can heat gun it back into shape, but I haven't seen pictures of before and after. Folding mirrors that actually work. They break very often on GTRs. Power windows work. Okay, and here's our interior. So the really nice Nardi steering wheel. I love the original steering wheel in this car, but sadly they don't last very long. And to find one in great shape is very uncommon. To find a good aftermarket steering wheel, like a high quality Nardi one, is very good. It's not a flashy steering wheel. I really don't like flashy steering wheels. I want an original classic one that feels great in my hands, and that's what this one will do for you. Okay, seat has a rip here. Come on, auction inspector. Don't fall asleep on the job. But yeah, and dirtiness in the seat. And it's a bride. In case you didn't know, the Japanese pronunciation is brido. Weird, hey? Or no, bride. Bride. Okay. Here's what the back passengers have to put up with. Makes for really nice handling, I bet. There's also one in the trunk. The one in the trunk isn't getting in the way of everybody. I'll show you as well. I wonder if you could sit in here though. And there's no way to like detach it if you wanted one passenger to go in here. So let's, wow. And because I'm not actually working today, I get to wear regular shoes and shorts. Oh yeah, ready for a road trip. It's not cool. But this person didn't have kids. Uh-oh. How can I get out? And probably didn't want to drive their friends around. Maybe all their friends drove cool cars too. All right. And so matching seats, good to see the matching seats there, but if it were my car, these seats would go. I really loved the original GTR seats because they fit my body style really well. Trunk has a lot of pilling in the carpet, as you can see there, and a strut tower bar up there, and then this mat here actually goes in between the seats in the back, but it can no longer go there because of strengthening bar. Oh, and something about this strengthening bar. It screws into the bolts that the seatbelt carrier screws into. And so you don't have to drill any extra bolts in order to put this in. Pretty clever. Okay, now it's time for what's this game? Alright, here's the game. What's this? Because I don't know. It says Tecom Multi-Display Monitor MD M100. Someone in the comments can probably do a quick Google search, give us some links, or tell us what it is. It looks like it is a computer that tells you some information. Of course, it tells you your speed. I don't know what an FB2 is, 93%. Don't know. You can probably display some other things as well. You've got a boost gauge here, this aftermarket, and then your typical 3 gauges there. Typical slightly deformed dashboard. Typical cracked vent piece over there. Okay. Oh, here's something I wanted to do. It came with an MD, and a lot of people don't know what MDs are because they were only really popular in Japan, I think. But I wanted to see what's on the MD, but I was going to save it for the video. So, no disc? Don't tell me no disc. Oh, I wanted this to be the best part. MD, no disc. Oh, sad, sad, sad. Never been smoked in. It smells like Skyline inside. And I just realized when I shot this car, it gave me a nostalgic feeling of being in Skylines. And I came to realize that Skylines have a specific smell to them when they haven't been smoked in. Like 80% have been smoked in. And there's also this, and it's supposed to be stuck on, but it fell off. That's a turbo timer and a fan controller and a mystery switch. Cool. Now I haven't driven this car up to speed, just kind of pulled it out of the parking lot. It does feel very good to drive, and so that's the hardest thing to get in a GTR, is one that feels fresh and tight. This one has that feeling, even though I haven't really driven it. You can still kind of feel it in the way that you shift and the way that the brakes work and the engine response is. Okay, so this is going to be the end of the video. It is longer than it's supposed to be. These videos are supposed to be no more than about 12 minutes. Otherwise, I'm going to be super sad and running out of time. But it is the last one of the day. Next, I get to go shopping with my wife and kids. Woo-woo! Okay, that'll be the end. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. And please do all the Facebook and stuff like that. Thanks a lot, and have a nice day.